I want this chance to show you that your God in karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do. I know Kung Fu.
Show me. I'm going to pretend to not go completely apeshit on this piece of human garbage that is Daniel Laruso. And after reaching this movie again, I'm even more fucking enraged.
Dude, quality of this movie was so much worse, just as from a movie making perspective.
Oh, I can point out so many technical aspects.
Dude, although there was one amazing cameo that I don't know if everyone picked up. I'll wait for the podcast and so I can get your actual reactions.
Going back and rewatching this movie filled me with murderous rage.
Oh, it's so bad.
Honest, I dislike the villain in this movie less than I did for the villains in the first movie.
I hate everyone. Fucking everyone.
Everyone's terrible. Man. Everyone is horrible.
Everyone is a garbage person in this fucking movie.
Except the girl.
She is so shit hot that I can excuse the fact that she's having to work with all of this garbage.
Yes. Yep.
She's still shit hot.
Oh, God, dude. She aged like fine fucking wine. Yeah, she actually looks better now than she did when she was a fucking kid.
Oh, I would hope so.
Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, most women are not hotter at 50 than they were at 20.
Yes, that's not a thing normally. But this chick clearly has the fucking Benjamin Button disease and just gets hotter and hotter the older she gets.
Somewhere in the attic, there's a picture of her getting uglier.
Right? It's got that fucking Dorian Gray syndrome. Honestly, I remember having fond memories of this movie when I was younger. Obviously, the fucking member berries are sour because I hated this fucking thing from beginning to end.
Can I be honest with you guys? I've never understood why people like the Karate Kid so much.
Because it was Rocky for karate.
But Rocky was actually a good guy.
Well played.
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. There's a difference between doing what you have to do to make ends meet versus just being a garbage-ass person. And
exactly.
Daniel Laruso was garbage. His mother is still garbage. Miyagi's a fucking perv, and he's garbage. And he brought his garbage to Okinawa and garbaged up that beautiful island. Fuck it, I say we just get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of H8L Presents Fistfights and Fried Rice, a not-so-sophisticated podcast featuring fights, foods, films, and foolishness. I am your host, Taz, a.k.a. the voice of a goddamn fucking generation, and be fucking thankful that you get to hear this sweet, sweet baritone in your fucking ear holes. You're welcome for the eargasmic pleasure that I'm now giving you. Joined with me this evening, a wonderful, eclectic group of fucking assholes that are here to help enlighten you in the garbage-ass sequel to a garbage-ass film full of garbage-ass people, The Karate Kid Part 2. Joined with me this evening, the Lobo, which is, remind me of that again, Mr. Lobo, is what now?
Lover of bitches, obvious.
Rolling 15 inches deep, knocking at the knees. He is the Bastatch of the H8L. Also joined with me this evening, as cool as the other side of the fucking pillow, the yin to my yang, my fucking spirit animal. Of course, no podcast is complete without the sweet, sweet vernacular that he brings to the table. I bring to a one UTBABYA.
What it is.
So, gentlemen, until the others join us, if they do, who knows? This is episode 40. Still waxing off. Pause. We're talking the Karate Kid Part fucking 2. Garbage invades Okinawa. I've waited a long time since our last Karate Kid spectacular. Fuck, dude, I hate this fucking movie. And I hate everyone involved in this movie. I hate every character in this movie except for that sweet, hot-ass girl who had absolutely no choice but to work with the garbage that was flown into her island. Let me tell you the things that I did enjoy about this movie. The Glory of Love. One of the greatest soundtrack songs ever. Not quite as good as You're the Best, but it's up there.
Nothing would be.
No. But it's up there. It's I would say top 25 for movie theme songs.
I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna start off coming in hot. I'm gonna say that song makes no fucking sense.
Not for this fucking movie.
Well, no, the lyrics of that song.
What?
Like,
you didn't like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago?
We don't even have to go deep into the song. Okay, we did it all for the glory of love. No, you didn't. Like, you're trying to glorify love that makes zero sense. What are you talking about? Some pussy. Shut up. And that's a terrible lyric. The musicality of the song, like the way he did it, the way he puts his soul into those dog shit lyrics.
Oh, he does.
Makes it like salvages it somehow is commendable.
He's all in.
So it's the feeling of the song is spot on, but those goddamn lyrics are about as good as the production value of this fucking movie.
Enlighten us, sir, with what you saw in terms of production value of this fucking film.
Oh, God. Okay. We could start in the director's chair.
Ah.
Or
man.
Or we could start in the writer's room. Or, we could just, we could go to the storyboard. Like, all of it is just absolute cash grab dog shit. Some of these scenes are so ridiculous. Like Daniel-san standing at the entrance of the plane, asking Miyagi to let him go. And Miyagi telling him, no, you already bought in the 80s, what would be a $300 ticket.
Facts.
Is like $1,000 now. To, like, last minute, and no, I don't want you to come. Like, and he takes like 4 minutes for him to convince them to go. Like, what the shit is that?
Not only did it take 4 minutes to convince him, this motherfucker already had parental permission.
Right. He was already going to stay with you the entire fucking summer. Why would you not be like, yeah, come on, let's go?
Because Miyagi wants to fight to death.
Oh my god!
Dude.
And that shit.
You know what? Let's fucking go from the fucking beginning of this shit. So for those who haven't seen the fucking movie, go fuck yourself. You've missed. You've had more than 30 years to fucking see this shit. So we're not spoiling shit at this point. Everything's fair game. So we basically start off at the end of the Daniel-san's victory of his tainted blood trophy from the first fucking movie.
A good 10 minutes.
Exactly. They're literally walking to the fucking car. So the All-Valley tournament is over. Daniel-san and Pervy Sensei are walking back to their fucking classic car. And lo and behold, we have Sensei Kreese berating Johnny in front of the rest of the Cobra Kai gang, calling him a fucking loser and a piece of shit, and he's fucking worthless, and he breaks his fucking trophy. And for whatever reason, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's that he's got fucking daddy issues, who knows. But Johnny went from being a fucking badass to a straight bitch. It's like, no, I'm not a loser. No, talk to me that way.
Bitch.
Yeah, complete
Super bitch.
This is what second place feels like.
Yeah, dude, yeah. And because Johnny got second place, dude proceeds to pimp slap the fuck out of him in front of the whole Cobra Kai clique, which somehow their numbers dwindled quite a bit from when that tournament was over.
Yeah, there's like three.
There was like three dudes there. Like,
not only that, but all those guys lost, yet somehow the dude with the second place trophy is worse.
Exactly. The fucker that gets second is somehow the straight bitch, but the fucker that got third and fourth and fifth, y'all niggas is cool. But you, Johnny, you straight bitch, gets fucking punked in the parking lot. So yeah, so Miyagi decides, you know what, I haven't intervened in shit all goddamn night. Let me go ahead and pop my butterfly collar and walk over there like the pimp I am, and proceed to, in a non-threatening manner, say, let the boy go. I said, let the boy go. And then somehow, with fucking lightning flash ninjetti moves, somehow gets behind Kreese, puts him in a fucking arm lock, frees Johnny like the bitch he is in straight damsel in distress mode, lets Kreese go, and allows him to perform the saddest, and I mean the saddest, step-in karate punches I've ever seen, to which he damages and hurts both fists by punching through two separate car windows. Motherfucker, if you didn't learn from the first fucking punch, bro.
And then let's talk about how him mildly lacerating his hands completely debilitates him. The scene of the camera's on his face when he's pulling his second hand out of the window, and his eyes are so wide it looks like someone just shot him full of cocaine and fucking Adderall. He is what looks like paralyzed with fear. Bro, your hands are bleeding. You were in Vietnam. What the fuck are you doing?
He had to have seen worse shit in Nam. This motherfucker is looking at the little bit of blood on his hands. It's like he just walked into the crime scene of John Wick, to which Miyagi then grabs him by his curly hair, brings him down to his knees, and then begins to recite the Cobra Kai mantra of fear does not exist in the enemy, blah, 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 and doesn't even convincingly make it seem like he's going to deliver some type of fucking kill strike. He then hilariously honks his nose, pushes him to the ground, and him and Danielson limp off into the fucking night. And this, motherfuckers, is how we begin Karate Kid Part 2.
It's like an appetizer for my fury. The only thing that kept me from putting my bloody knuckles through my TV of that scene was that I was calmed a little bit by the further cameo of my favorite dude, the ref, just before that happened, the guy who was the enforcer from Enter the Dragon. And I saw him.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets like 2 minutes of time congratulating Daniel, and then the shit with Reese happens. So that calmed me down a little bit. So I wasn't quite ready to Hulk out.
But see, then I was completely infuriated again, because then we started into our movie, and somehow the fucking classic car that Miyagi gifted to you for wearing short shorts and painting his fucking fence looks like it has been completely driven through hell and back. Bro, it's only been a few days since he gifted you this goddamn car.
It did say like 6 weeks later.
Right.
But still, 6 weeks. Come on.
That fully restored beauty looked like absolute dog shit. God damn, he's such a garbage person. Fuck. Fucking hate him. He is human fucking garbage. Human garbage. That is a garbage move.
And then we learned why it was damaged.
This is how you know. This is how you know that this movie was just a fucking cash grab. The lazy fucking throwaway line of, oh yeah, she broke up with me. Okay, that's not something we have to deal with now.
She met a fucking football player.
And then she wrecked the car.
I'm under the impression what really happened is he showed up to that fucking prom wearing that goddamn suit that he had, and she was like, there is no fucking way the kid that destroyed Cobra Kai is dressed like a fucking gay gigolo from Studio 54. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it's like, why did Midnight Cowboy show up?
Right? Like, what the fuck?
Fucking brutal.
He looked fucking gayer than the gayest fucking gay pirate.
He really did. Yeah.
Was he like 30 during this movie?
Fuck yeah, dude. He's a grown-ass fucking man, and in some scenes, it really shows.
Was he?
Yeah, dude.
Was he?
He was like either late 20s or early 30s.
No way.
Yes, sir.
No.
Now.
Dude, he was way too skinny to be that old.
Bro.
I
know for a fact in Karate Kid Part 3, he's in his fucking 30s. I know that for a fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, how old does that make him now? 60-something?
He's like in his 60s, like late 50s or something like that.
Dude, does he have like one of those diseases where he just doesn't produce testosterone? Like, does he have like
59 years old?
Shit?
Oh, yeah. He
Holy
wow.
Fuck.
I told you. Yeah, he suffers from bitchiness. Yeah.
He really does look like he hasn't gone through puberty.
Yeah.
Like, that's... Ooh! Is he a castrati?
He's got kids, I doubt it.
Yeah, well, Michael Jackson had kids too.
Fair enough.
Yeah, got you on that one. All right, so we learned that he gets fucking dumped by Allie, who, as we discussed in the last podcast, was the true Karate Kid villain. Clearly, she was continuing on with her evil ways and dumped him for, I believe it was like she said, well, it was for a football player from UCLA or some stupid shit. Mom,
honestly, literally any other male.
Somebody other than Daniel-san is clapping them cheeks.
You think he tried and that's why she broke up with him?
You saw that fucking suit he was wearing. Would you give him any? Exactly. Exactly. That goddamn suit screamed virgin.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything based on principle.
First off, if you're a woman and somebody shows up dressed like fucking gay Johan of the Seven Seas in a fucked up classic car, ruffled collars and everything, and you just got through watching them beat the dog shit out of an entire area code of fucking karate ninjas, you would think like, okay, cool, Miyagi gifted you a car, this nigga couldn't have gifted you a fucking ironed shirt. Nigga taught you how to paint the fence, but didn't teach you how to buy a shirt.
Yeah, I feel like iron the shirt would be a good move.
That would have helped. Maybe wash that fucking car. So then we come to find out that he was, I guess his mom got some type of business opportunity or some shit. They never really went into what the business opportunity was.
So let's be real. She's selling herself.
With that apartment, yeah.
She did not strike me as a character with many skill sets.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of skill sets, as we see a heartbroken and piss poor sad excuse for a man, a piece of human garbage named Daniel-san, he learns another skill set and another life lesson from the great Miyagi: how to hammer a fucking board to a wall.
Why did they
with a nail?
That shit was so dumb because it never came back.
You know what it was, right?
No.
Yes, I can tell you exactly what happened. They're in that writer's room, and they were like, "Yo, we need another wax on, wax off, paint the fence."
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Bro, we did that. We sanded the fucking deck. We painted the fence. Dude, we need another karate move.
What about if we hammer the nail?
Hammer the nail in one hit. You painted the fence. You sanded the deck. You washed the car. Them shorts can't get any shorter. What more do you want from me?"
What pisses me off is that they actually could have made it into something. That hammering the nail when he when he breaks the ice, and then also the drum thing.
Yep.
Like you could actually draw a thread about something about like following through or like finishing your movement or your technique or something like that. Like they just had like a nod to the fucking paint the fence shit, and then it never came back.
And then by fucking pure serendipity, Miyagi gets a fucking letter notifying him that his dad is sick or dying or fucking one of those. I don't even fucking remember. And he needs to go back to Okinawa Island. Of course, through some pure fuckery and shit that makes no fucking sense, even though, as we already discussed, it was agreed upon that Daniel-san was going to hang with this fucker the entire summer anyway. Daniel-san begs to come along, and of course, Miyagi, reminiscing of those short shorts, decides, yes, why not? There's a fence and a car you could wash over there. And then we get this pathetic, and I mean absolute dog shit fucking story about how Miyagi fell in love with some broad named Yuki or some shit, even though Yuki was clearly supposed to arrange to be married to his best fucking friend. Now let's pause here. Like we're all friends. We're relatively close with one another. I'm telling all you motherfuckers right now, it is not okay. If any of you motherfuckers smash my wife, it's not okay. That's crossing a fucking line. It's crossing a line.
That was an unwritten rule.
And I'm going to need you motherfuckers to pull a Miyagi and leave the fucking country, because at that point, it is fucking open season on all you motherfuckers. That, to me, is the most garbage of garbage moves. This motherfucker reaffirms my whole thought process that Miyagi, much like Daniel-san, is human garbage. You fell in love with your best friend's girl. You were smashing your best friend's fucking girl, and then wondered why you and him had beef. Like you were
part of the movie.
Like you were confused that this motherfucker wanted to fight you.
And so when you say best friend's girl, no, you grew up with this guy.
Yes,
he was the only one that your father trained outside the family.
Yeah, thank you.
He was your brother.
Of you.
Huh?
Like what did you think was gonna happen? Of course there was gonna be fucking beef.
Oh my god.
We can't just laugh this off.
To look in the eye.
And you know what? I don't even okay, fine. You fell in love with a girl on a small island that you didn't, okay, fine.
Fine.
You take that shit to your grave and don't say or do shit about it.
The fact that this dude tried downplaying it like, yes, she was arranged to marry Sato, my childhood friend, basically my nigga, but, I loved her too. And then he found out, and then dude got mad. I loved her too, but I can't believe Sato's, still holding a grudge after all these years. Motherfucker, you ruined his life.
Not only that, but he's also talking about the traditions of the village, but he's going against all the village.
But I love how he flat out tells Daniel-san that he fucking left. He left the country rather than fight Sato, which is the complete opposite of what he told Daniel-san in the first fucking Karate Kid movie. You gotta face your problems, Daniel-san. You can't run. That's literally the complete opposite of everything you fucking just taught me.
What was it, 40 years?
I think even Miyagi made a comment like there is no time limit for a person's grudge or a person's honor or some shit like that. But so yes, motherfucker, he's still gonna be fucking pissed.
And here's another thing that the writers fucked up. What they could have done is written more plot into how Miyagi tells Daniel-san that in the first movie, you can't run from things, because he learned that he fucked up his life, his best friend's life, and the woman he loves' life by running from his problem.
No, that never really gets brought up in this movie at all.
No, they gloss over that shit.
People's lives, including your own, and you just come back like, oh, hey, what's up, guys?
You got to look at it from an honorable standpoint. You got to look at it like this. Imagine if you're Sato. You find out that your childhood friend, basically your brother, is fucking your girl. The village finds out about this shit.
The village doesn't just find out.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. The village doesn't just find out.
Your boy stands up and fucking yells it.
To the world.
That he proclaims to marry her and that he loves her and all this and that. Yeah.
Yes. So imagine the situation you now put him in. He is now a fucking cuck on this fucking island. Bro, he has no other choice but to fuck you up. And like the bitch cunt coward that you fucking are, you fucking ran. This dude never gets his honor. He never gets his vengeance. And on top of that, he still has to live in this goddamn village where everyone's gonna be like, yo, dude. Yeah, Miyagi fucked your girl, huh? Oh, shit.
I'm surprised it took that long to destroy the place, to be honest with you.
I'm surprised he didn't burn that goddamn island to the fucking ground.
Yeah, he waits till Miyagi comes back 40 years later to try to bulldoze all these people's homes and revitalize the whole island.
Oh, I'm getting to that.
Yeah, honestly, someone did that to me, and I turned into fucking Thanos.
Dude, for real.
I will hunt you to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah, so these motherfuckers end up in Okinawa, and they're greeted by, what's his name? Chosen, yeah. And, he reveals to him, hey, I'm Sato's nephew or whatever. And by the way, Sato wants to fight you, Miyagi. And in true Miyagi fashion, this dude's like, no. He just fucking refuses because he's a fucking bitch. And then, to infuriate my raid even more, we get to see that Yuki, the bitch in question, is still alive. Still on this fucking island. Still there. Unmarried and has a hot-ass niece named Kumiko. But we also learn that Sato has become fucking rich. And he's crazy rich. Well, he's like a rich industrialist now. Like he's rich. He got that Forbes money. Yeah. And I guess, I never really understood how this actually happened, but somehow with him being rich and being an industrialist, it somehow destroyed the fish population. I didn't understand that, and somehow it impoverished the villagers. I didn't really understand that part.
I would assume it was actually related to the military base that was nearby.
I would have assumed that too, but the way Miyagi tells it and the way some of these other villagers tell it, it was fucking Sato's fault. And I never quite understood how that was.
Well, I guess from the villagers' perspective, because he lost his honor and his family was like the head of the village or whatever, that brought shame on them. And when anything happened, they just blamed him.
Damn, that actually made perfect sense. Man, good job, Lobo. just reaffirmed the fact that Daniel-san and Miyagi are fucking two garbage-ass people. And in an infuriating move, you also learn that Yuki never married Sato because of her undying love for Miyagi. Motherfucker. Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
You know what makes this movie even worse and the sequel to this movie?
Tell me, sir.
The fact that after all the events of this film, he still left her behind.
Yes!
Because in Cobra Kai, when he goes to Okinawa, it's like, oh, they wrote letters back and forth. The fuck didn't he just bring her to California for?
Yep.
They clearly love each other. What the fuck? But he was like, all right, see you later.
Daniel-san's not going to have that.
Apparently not.
Daniel-san's got to be the only orifice that Miyagi's filling.
Obviously, he should have taken her with him after this movie. But also, why wouldn't he have gone to her, since he stole away in the night like a coward? Why wouldn't he have gone to her and been like, hey, let's go?
Also, if you remember in the first movie, he was married and had a kid that died when he was in active duty.
But that's afterwards.
Yeah, that's after the fact.
It is,
yeah. So, but the problem is, like, why didn't he just take her with when he was fleeing like a bitch?
Because he's a pussy.
He left her. He left her to deal with the shame that he put on her.
Yes, dude literally announced his love and then fled in the fucking night.
Yeah. He basically stood up and went, oh, by the way, this girl's a hoe and I love her. And then leave to let her deal with all of that.
Then Daniel-san gets to learn some other life lessons about being a fucking bitch coward. But he also gets to see the secret to Miyagi's family karate, the drum. I need someone to explain to me what exactly is drum technique, because going back and rewatching this movie, to me it looked like the drum technique was nothing more than alternating hooks.
Yep.
When they first showed it, I thought it was just blocking, because Miyagi does it to avoid getting hit by something. He's like, oh, show me that.
Oh, you mean that swinging guillotine?
The net hook thing?
That was their way of trying to amp up the fucking crane technique. Because he actually didn't block it. All he did was just basically quarter turn on that fucking podium and the thing just flew by him.
Yeah.
So I got confused what Daniel-san was supposed to learn from that shit.
I guess the moral of the story, means that air quotes, is that like forgiveness is what is forgiveness, but like it's not.
I didn't get that at all, dude. Like this is my thing, because even after Miyagi's father finally fucking kicks the bucket and he dies, Sato, like a fucking G, gives this dude like 3 days to mourn out of respect,
and then we fight to the death.
Dude's like, yeah, I could just fuck you up right now, but you know what? Your old man just passed. You know. Cool.
He was my teacher.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a fucking dick. I'm not gonna, bring any shame, even though you brought shame to me, motherfucker. But I'm not gonna bring any shame to you and your old man. And, Miyagi grieves, his dad dies, and, Daniel-san consoles him in the only way that he knows how, in talking and fucking riddles and haikus. Their relationship in the first movie, it was always weird to me, but at least it made sense. You had a kid who was lost, looking for a fucking father figure. You had a dude who was looking to pass on some fucking life knowledge to a little snot-nosed pissant. The two found each other. It made sense. The continuation of this relationship makes no sense to me. Like, no fucking sense at all. There were no life lessons at all to be taken from this fucking shitbox. It's called Run Away From Your Fucking Problems and let your bitch deal with it and let your fucking sick dad deal with whatever bullshit came his way. Because you gotta think, realistically, everyone's lives were ruined.
His family.
Yeah, he bailed on his fucking family, dude.
He didn't just dishonor his friend and the woman he, quote, loved. He dishonored his father and all of his relatives and fucking let them deal with his shit.
And and he fucking tarnished the whole family karate bullshit.
You know what he did? He took an upper decker on his family. That's what he did. On everyone he was supposed to care of.
He fucked everybody and then ran like a fucking bitch and then had the audacity to be like, no, Daniel-san, you gotta face your problems. You can't succumb to fear. You can't be a fucking pussy. Come to find out, that's what you did, you fucking bitch.
I mean, if he had manned up in this movie, that kind of would have made things a little okay.
Yeah, well, and honestly, all they had to do was to kind of redeem his character was for him to add the words like, "You can't run away from your problems like I did." Completely different.
But then, instead of doing that, the writers decided to basically spit in the face of Sato.
Oh, yeah.
Dude fucking, was like, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna fucking burn down this goddamn village, I'm gonna put up skyscrapers and all this other type of shit. Motherfucker, we need to fight. Like, we gotta fucking fight before you leave. So fucking Miyagi's like, hey bro, I got an idea. I'll give you the fight that you're looking for, but, in order for you to do that, I'm gonna need you to sign, I'm gonna need you to send over the land title to all the villagers before we could fight. Motherfucker, how do you have a leg to stand on or a chip to fucking bargain with? You left. Your name is garbage. You're garbage. Your karate is garbage.
Sato treated him like garbage.
Yeah. Here's the slap in the face. So even though, Sato agrees, this motherfucker has the audacity to say, and I quote, "A small price to pay for your honor." Motherfucker, what did you fucking say, bitch? This is a small price to pay for my honor? Bro, you should be swallowing my fucking load. What the fuck? You have the audacity to come back here after you announced to the island that you were tagging my bitch. And then, like a fucking pussy, you left her to deal with this shit by herself. You left your dad to deal with this shit by yourself. Motherfucker, you left me here to look like a fucking dong to the entire fucking island. Did this nigga really have the audacity to put stipulations in a fight that this motherfucker's been waiting like 40 years for? So basically fucking garbage ass Daniel son and sweet, lovable, beautiful Kumiko, they are spending time together, and then a magical typhoon arrives.
Just out of nowhere.
Just out of the fucking blue. Of course, out of all the destruction and everything else that could go wrong, Sato is trapped in his fucking dojo or some bullshit. And the fucking dude has a giant-ass telephone pole draped across his fucking body. Of course, out of all the able-bodied fisherman motherfuckers who were there in this village, only garbage-ass Daniel-san and Miyagi can get to him in time. Miyagi then uses the fucking voodoo black magic devil hands technique and basically fucking karate chops a telephone pole in half.
Cleanly in half.
Across this motherfucker's chest.
I love what he's saying up to that point. He's like, oh, you would fight me and attack me while I'm injured. Just like a snake in the grass. The lines they gave him were hilarious. It's like, oh, you would come out here at my weakest hour.
Like, he's clearly trying to get him out of this thing.
Yes.
He's like, oh, you're here to kill
me. He's not even remotely like, I could just fucking off you right now, bro. And it is only me and Danielson here to see this shit happen. I could fucking off you. And then for whatever reason, some little girl is stranded on a fucking bell tower during a typhoon. And I mean, maybe that's her job to ring the fucking bell to let the villagers know that there's a typhoon, but I just couldn't imagine they would send the youngest and smallest girl of the village to do this. But hey, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Who knows? I'm dead inside.
Oh shit, later, girl.
And Sato's like, hey son, and talking to Chosen, yeah, go help this little cunt who's up this fucking ladder. Save that dumb bitch. And for reasons completely unknown, Chosen's like, no, bro. No.
It's because he was chosen to be a bitch.
that was a good one. So, of course, Daniel-san, with his 18-inch long cock and brass balls, runs into the middle of the fucking typhoon and climbs the fucking bell tower to save this fucking girl, and for whatever reason, completely disowns his nephew for refusing to help. Maybe it's because I don't have any kids. And I've never raised any children. Maybe that's why I'm trying to imagine myself being like, hey, son, I know there's a fucking typhoon and you could be swept away at sea at any fucking moment. Go climb that fucking bell tower and get that little girl up there and bring her back over here, even though you could die. If dude is like, no, fuck that little girl, I don't know if I would disown you for that. You might have a good point. Yeah, fuck that little girl. The kid ain't mine. I will ask the black man from Dagestan who, unlike anyone else on this podcast, actually has children. First and foremost, Justice, welcome to the show.
What's that? Let
me ask you a question, sir. As a father, if there's a typhoon happening and there's a child that is not yours, blowing in the wind and swinging from side to side because she has chosen to climb a fucking telephone pole like the fucktard that she is. Yeah. And even though there's plenty of able-bodied individuals around, would you look to your son and say, hey, nigga, run over there and go get that little girl? And if he says no, would your first reaction be to just completely disown him?
Well, I mean, first of all, if it's a typhoon, I ain't asking my children to go out anywhere.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck if they 5 or 25. Hell no, stay your black ass or have Spanish ass, white ass inside the damn building. Don't you damn move. I mean, you gonna have a problem. If you go out that door, your ass is just on. But other than that, no.
That is called parenting. Fucking white people.
Like, where are the parents?
You know exactly where the fucking parents are. They're goddamn hiding because it's a fucking typhoon.
That's a prime example of fucking kids.
So in a true twist of bullshit, the Sato returns the fucking land deeds to every single one of the villagers, which I had an issue with because some of those villagers could have probably used that fucking money.
True.
Well, they did get the money back. They just got the land back.
If I'm giving you my land, there's normally some type of financial compensation that goes with that. I'm not just giving you this shit for free, nigga. Fuck you. So by him giving back the land deed, what if you're one of those people that genuinely needs the fucking money? Like, you'd be fucked. And it'd be Miyagi and fucking Daniel Son's fault that I can't get, Nana's pneumonia medicine. Bullshit. And I doubt that Sato forced every single one of them. And then like a true pussy, he asked for Miyagi's forgiveness. Why am I asking your forgiveness when you embarrassed me and ruined my life? But hey, whatever. That's cool. You did karate chop the telephone pole, so alright, cool.
And at that point, we're even.
I guess. Even though I went through 40 years of being ridiculed by my own peers.
Yeah, no. Being even would mean, okay, now you get to leave this island alive. Yes. My forgiveness is, I will let you be ambulatory enough to get on a plane and go back to the United States. And by the way, take your girl with.
But we're keeping Kumiko though, because she's fine as fuck.
No, I'm keeping Kumiko.
And for whatever reason, Daniel San and fucking Kumiko, I don't know, they do some type of fucking, was it like the Oban festival or some shit? Oh, God. And she performs her fan dance, and that's cool, or whatever. And then...
Bonde?
Yeah, some shit. Then, for whatever reason, fucking Chosen... Actually, before I even get to this, what was up with Daniel San's outfit?
Yeah, dude. What was that shit?
I want to know who gave him like that fucking jacket.
Bro, he looked like a Walmart pimp. It was so ridiculous.
Watching Daniel San in that jacket was the literal definition of champagne dreams on a beer budget. That shit looked fucking pathetic.
I like how we still had the headband.
Dude, don't get me started. Don't you fucking get me started on that goddamn headband.
Fuck it.
I have such a fucking issue with that fucking headband. I could not understand, like, dude, okay, you dressed like a fucking gay pirate for your senior prom, and now you're over in Okinawa, and out of all the shit you could fucking dress in.
Doubled down.
Oh, man, that prom.
He could have worn a traditional outfit.
Dude, right. He could have worn, a traditional outfit, a traditional shirt. This motherfucker can't dress.
He really can't.
Miyagi taught him how to wash cars, paint fences, hammer in fucking nails, but he never taught this nigga how to iron, how to color coordinate, or pick shit that genuinely fucking looks nice. So anyway, we get to this fucking party, and she does her fan dance, or whatever the fuck shit that is. And this motherfucker Chosen zip lines out of fucking nowhere to land on this little floaty thing or whatever, kick away a bridge that was literally only separated the fucking crowd from the performance by about 3 feet, and challenges Daniel San to the fucking death with a knife because Daniel San stole his honor. And I never understood, how did he steal your honor? when you chose not to endanger yourself for a kid that's not yours.
Yeah, your uncle disowned you.
Yeah, why are you not challenging that motherfucker to the death?
There's a lot of bitchness going around in this movie. Like,
there's a lot of bitchness in all these movies.
Well, first off, I'm mad that Kumiko put up a better fight than Daniel-san did.
Yo, she did. First of all, okay, let's just talk about how Kumiko is better at everything that Daniel-san is.
And she, first of all, into this guy.
She threw a better kick wearing a fucking dress.
Bro, she outran him when they were on the beach and she was showing him the castle and they ran down to it. She was, and I am not kidding when I say this, that actress is a better athlete than Ralph Macchio.
Oh yeah,
because she was like they were running at about the same effort, and she was actually pulling away from him at some point. Like, this little girl is beating a man in a foot race.
She put up a better fight against Chosen with a knife in hand. She still put up a better fight, and dare I say it, she actually took a better punch than Daniel-san.
Oh yeah. Yep, sure did.
And this is where I understood what we were going for. And I'm glad that whoever decided to put this in the movie was like, hey, we can't use this shit twice and make it work. When this motherfucker breaks out the fucking crane kick stance in that shitty ass jacket, and that dude catches his kick and backhands him like the bitch he is.
That was planned. I think that's just something that he did.
What amazed me was the shot of Miyagi. When this fucker breaks out the crane stance, Miyagi's actually nodding his head like, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. And here it comes. Ooh. New game plan.
Do that again.
Everybody break out your drums. And this is where I went into complete homicidal rage.
I can only imagine you watching this.
Dude, I lost my fucking shit. Because I actually forgot about this scene where every man, woman, and child reach into their lapels and pull out the fucking drum. And they start rotating that shit back and forth. And for whatever reason, even though Chosen grew up on this fucking island, so he would know all about these goddamn drums, he is enamored and amazed that these drums make fucking noise.
And I think it's more or less that everybody's on Daniel's side all of a sudden. So Sato grew up, Chosen grew up in this style of karate. Would he know this and how to counter it?
Yes.
You would think. Fuck, I hate this movie.
So what we've gathered so far is the drum technique is either some type of block and counter bullshit, or it's just alternating hooks.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, it looked like alternated hooks, but they didn't even show it. So
all of their, all limbs were below the camera of his head and shoulders, turning back and forth.
Till this day, I don't know anyone that has watched this movie that has been like, oh, dude, yeah, I understand the drum technique. No, you don't. What the fuck is the drum technique?
No, they never put it on camera.
And
that was probably a wise choice because
whatever it was, it had to be dog shit.
Well, yeah, it because it wasn't anything real. It was the idea of a technique that is not a thing.
He's just throwing wild haymakers. They're like, yeah, we can't show this.
Also, says live or die, man.
Live or die, man.
Yes,
I love
he says it like such a fucking bitch.
Pussy, dude. Live or die, man. Dude, he honestly, he sounded like Shaggy without the weed. Live or die, man. Live or die.
Yes.
And I love when dude was like,
very good comparison.
I love when dude was like, yeah, it's his death. Wrong answer. You have now once again shit on this family's honor. This is now the second time this man's family, this man's bloodline has been completely fucking dishonored. It was clearly born into a family of fucking pussies. I need to just fucking kill myself because the fucking demon sorcerer over there somehow does it again. He's karate chopping telephone poles. He's got, white boy wonder running around saving kids in fucking typhoons. He talks like fucking Shaggy. He's got some type of mystical block and punch fucking technique that the human eye can't see. And the only hot bitch on the island this motherfucker gets. Out of everything that I hate about this movie, I still can't let go of that motherfucker's prom outfit.
It's tough, right? It's tough to get out of your mind.
It's so, oh my god. And then he had the audacity to hammer boards into the wall wearing that shit.
You know what we forgot? We forgot the ice breaking.
I didn't forget. I was getting there for honorable mentions of shit that I fucking hate. But since we went there, I need someone to explain this fucking scene to me.
The ice scene, like, first of all, I think they needed to just like continue the the conflict. So they had like they just go, okay, we'll just have we'll have Chosen lose some money to him, and then he gets pissed off, and then fights him at a fucking.
I like to point out something about that scene. I just love how after it's over, Miyagi just swaggers up to Sato, and he's like, "Nice doing business with you."
Yeah,
right? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, bro, there's already beef between you two. Why would you mock this motherfucker again, insulting this dude in front of his fucking peers and people?
After not wanting to bring Daniel here because you know there's the possibility of conflict, you go and thumb all this money in. But by the way, I will say for this scene, that's the most graceful when he actually like slices through the ice. That's the most graceful and most coordinated that I've seen Ralph Macchio move ever. I will give him that. He did look like he actually knew how to control his body properly when he broke through the ice.
I will not give him that. I will not give him that at all. Because he's absolute dog shit.
They said it was like 6 pieces of ice.
Yeah,
and it was actually only 4. If you look at if you watch it when they put them in. Right before this scene, there's a dude that comes up to them on the street, and I forget what he says to them, but he says something while they're like standing on the street there. Do you know who that guy is?
Please tell.
No.
He is the head researcher from Jurassic Park.
The Asian?
Wait, really?
Yes.
That was Henry.
Holy fuck!
That was him. He comes up and has like a 4-second dialogue with them. That was my favorite. Like, it happened, and I had to look at it. I went, no fucking way. That's the goddamn Jurassic Park dude.
I'm surprised you managed to see that.
All right, so round table. We'll start with you, Lobo. Oh, what would you like and dislike about this craptacular fucking karate flick?
Like Daniel getting beat up for most of the movie. Dislike pretty much everything else.
I can dig that. Deku, you ever seen Karate Kid Part 2? It was fucking doo-doo, Hershey squirts, and fucking, I put my phone down, I'm not even fucking listening. I didn't watch this bullshit. I didn't fucking care. It was fucking doo-doo balls, Hershey squirts. Them niggas is gay. I don't give a fuck. All right, cool, man. Appreciate that, Deku. All right, so what would you like and dislike?
I hate everything except my future Okinawan MILF wife.
Gotta agree with you on that. Things I liked and disliked. I'll be completely honest. I hated every life lesson that they attempted to instill in this fucking movie because it made no sense. And it was relatable to nothing, nowhere, ever.
Most of them were hypocritical.
Yes, I hated every single pathetic attempt at a training montage.
I forgot those were in this movie.
Oh yeah, they're so bad, and there's no payoff. It's like UTBABYA said, everything that they kind of scratched the surface on, they didn't follow through with any of it. The hammering in the nail with one strike, that could have led to something. The breaking of the ice, that could have led to something. Hell, the sidestepping the fish hook could have led to something. The fucking drum technique should have led to something.
Just a bunch of incoherent scenes.
Yes, I hated the fact that, once again, Team Pervy Sensei doesn't get their comeuppance for any of the bullshit that they start or any of the old wounds that they fucking open up. Once again, the Sato clan or Sato family, whatever the fuck you want to call them, is left to just be like, all right, well, once again, they fucking got over on me again. Fucking dude gets to steal my girl, denies me a fucking fight, saves me to disown my fucking grandson or my nephew. Yeah, like, just like, fuck, dude. Like, there's nothing. Like, I have nothing against the Miyagi character, other than the fact that I still think it's a little weird that he made Daniel-san wash that car in them short shorts. But I have nothing against his character, other than the fact that, according to this movie, he was a fucking coward. And
which got brought up
multiple times. Yeah, he never has to clear the air on that shit. He doesn't even get questioned by Daniel. So I'm like, yo, bro, like you told me all that other shit, and you come to find out you ruined this nigga's life and then just ran away. Man, that's some bitch shit. I fucking hated
that Daniel was just complete garbage.
True. I hated the fight scenes in this movie. I really did. The camera work is so shitty that you can't make out what the fuck is going on. Dude, I hated the whole Typhoon shit. I hated the zip line action sequence nonsense. What I did,
it was all
the gi that he wore at the end of the movie.
Well, what I did genuinely enjoy, and I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, I actually liked the relationship and rapport between Daniel-san and Kumiko. That to me was actually natural. He wasn't a fucking weird stalker kid. He wasn't giving her the rapey googly eyes. She didn't, kick his fucking ball into the sea. Like it was a normal progression.
Yeah, except that he tells her he loves her after like 2 days. So
yeah, that was
that was kind of weird. It could have been longer than that, but the progression of time was.
I took that as he just lost one piece of pussy. He's trying to hold on to what he can because he knows the summer is short, bro. The summer is short, and he ain't getting underneath that kimono. He's just not.
Yeah, and I think the words
he ruined her life technically.
And plus, not with that fucking bargain bin Versace jacket he was wearing. No. All right, black man from Dagestan, we're giving this to you, Justice.
I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, I didn't even like Laruso's character. I guess for me, to be honest, I only like Chosen's gi. Pretty much at the end.
That is pretty dope.
You mean that Cobra Kai that Cobra Kai throwback? I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the only thing I remember saying, oh, my black guy that played in Walker Texas Ranger.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
Holy
I can't think of his
shit,
damn
that
name.
Was Trevette.
Hayden.
That was Trevette. Holy shit.
The ice scene was pretty cool, but everything else was sucked. It didn't make sense, as you already talked about. Why was the little girl on the damn pole during the damn typhoon, hurricane, whatever the hell you want to call it? I don't know.
It felt like a long string.
Why was there no preparation for this fucking typhoon? Like, no offense, you're on an island. Like, what the hell?
Why is a 10-year-old girl ringing the alarm bell? Why isn't there some able-bodied doing that?
Why isn't there a long string tied to it just to wave it back and forth?
Where the fuck are the parents and where are the rest of the bitches Daniel-san's age?
You said enough. I mean, there's just a lot of questions. And again, the makers of this damn movie need to explain to me what the fuck that move was that he was putting on Chosen at the end with those damn drums. I mean, we talked about it the other day, and I'm like,
this is gonna haunt me.
It just looks so damn awkward and stupid, man. It's just like, bro, what is this?
It honestly looks like he's trying to slap him with his dick.
Hey, calm down, your son. Wax on, wax off. Take off your jacket.
Pause.
You didn't hear what the name of the episode was.
Compared to the first one, this is absolute dog shit. At least the first one is a legit classic.
It felt kind of rushed to me, to be honest.
It had to be.
Super.
It was a cash grab.
It came out 2 years after the first one.
Wait, it came out 2 years?
Which means...
Yeah,
the first 84, 86.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. I'm also mad that they completely made... And I know it had nothing to do with the story, but, bro, it had to have come up. They could at least talk about it on the fucking plane, but we ain't gonna talk about defending your title, bro. Like, you just won the All Valley shit, bro. You won the under-18 fucking tournament. 6 months later, Allie dumps you. Now you're spending the summer in Okinawa. I'm not the greatest at math, bro, but when you come back, you either got to relinquish or fucking defend that title. And there's no mention of it.
You know, I know we're not on the third one yet, but at least in the third movie it made sense. But I mean, even defending the title, like, there was no pros that were led to believe from the under-18 tournament in the first 2 movies. It also kind of makes Johnny's character look even worse.
Bro, the way that they bitched Johnny in the beginning of this movie, I had a close relationship with, my coaches and, senseis or whatever over the fucking years, but I would not let any of them bitch me in a fucking parking lot. That's taking the father figure shit too far, bro. I'll fuck you up.
But I know it's further down the line with Cobra Kai the spinoff. That laid so much groundwork for Johnny's personality.
Like, as a whole, this movie fucking sucks dick. This fucking movie blows through and through. The only great thing, not good, the only great thing about this movie is Kumiko. who somehow defied the laws of nature, gravity, and fucking physics, and somehow grew hotter as she got older.
And not just older. She's hotter in her 50s than she was in her 20s.
Kumiko, to me, was the only character in this movie, and it's not just because she's fucking shit hot. That helps. But it's not just because she's shit hot. To me, her character was the only one that genuinely had, like, an arc, and was the only one that they genuinely put time into to make fucking sense. So, out of curiosity, who do you think would have won that fight, Sato or Miyagi?
Sato.
Yeah, I think Sato would have fucked him up.
He has anger. He's been training angrily for decades. Yeah, he would have fucked him up.
Yeah, so if you guys had to rate this craptacular karate flick, of course, 1 being absolute dog shit Hershey squirts as coined by Deku, or a 5, the most cinematic, spectacular slap to the fucking nuts to be ever be filmed. Where would you rate this piece of shit? UTBABYA, I'm start with you.
I rate it the color green. And you might be asking, why would you rate it the color green? That makes no sense.
My favorite color.
That's exactly why. This movie makes no sense.
Well played. Okay. Lobo, how about yourself, sir?
I'm going to rate this an absolute dog turd.
Would that be wet, gray, or standard?
Let's go with diarrhea.
Okay. Well played. Well played. Really stepping your game up there. I like that. Justice, how about yourself, sir? How would you rate this film?
I'm just going to say a 1. It's not the worst of the Karate Kid series. It's the worst with Ralph Macchio. So yeah, it's dog shit.
Okay, I respect that. I'm not gonna give it a 1. I'm not gonna give it a 2. I'm not even gonna give it a 3. No. This movie gets a solid 4 from me, and her name is Kumiko. If Kumiko wasn't in this movie would be certified AIDS. I will agree with Justice. This is not the worst film in the series. But it is most certainly the worst one with Ralph fucking Macchio. This movie is straight garbage. Well, folks, that was all I had for you for episode 40. Still getting waxed off. Pause. I'd like to thank the crew for coming out as always. UTBABYA, Deku, Black Man from Dagestan, Lobo. I appreciate you guys coming out. Let's get the fuck out of here. Be sure to listen, like, share, and subscribe for all the latest episodes, news, and updates. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at fistfights.friedricepodcast or at H8L.muay thai. On Twitter, follow us at H8L_Fight Talk.